Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Folks, we have some interesting news for the WNBA in general and some fun news for the Indiana Fever fans. Teresa Weatherspoon has been fired by the Chicago Sky. Yes, folks, Teresa Weatherspoon is gone after one season. The Chicago Sky have let her go. Um, Absolutely shocking, shocking news. But it actually is kind of shocking. And I say that because it seemed to me that she was who she was all season long. And I think that would have been apparent in the hiring process. So it seemed to me that it was what management expected, what they wanted from her. I mean, she was so bad from day one. It seemed like it had to be management approved. So I don't know how they did not know this is what they were getting. I mean, right away, even before a lot of the drama with the selfish focus on Angel Reese to the detriment of the team, before, the Kennedy Carter stuff with the hits on Clark and then the hit on Mabrey and Weatherspoon's cheering them both on and laughing about it. She got up and walked out of multiple press conferences because she didn't like the very reasonable questions that were being asked of her. I mean, she got herself gone early in the season. I forget how early the first time was, but it was pretty early in the season, the first time when she just got up and walked out because she was asked a question she didn't like. But I saw nothing from her all season long in how to manage players and personalities, in how to handle the basketball on the court, and how to handle the press conference issues. She didn't do any of it well, and it was blatantly obvious from day one. She focused on Angel Reese to the detriment of the team. They had a very, very good center in Camila Cardoso, who they basically neglected. They sent Marina Mabrey out, and she still was their leading scorer. I think, no, maybe it was Kennedy Carter. It was probably Kennedy Carter by the end of the season. But yeah, and then we had this, and this is kind of funny. Angel Reese shared this message after the Chicago Sky parted ways with Coach Teresa Weatherspoon. I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words, at a loss for words. But I get where you're going with this. Knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person that believed in me, the one that trusted me. Many don't even know what it's like to be a tan woman in sports when nobody oh, stop it. You know how many very tan women have been successful in sports for a long time? You want pressure as a tan woman? Be the U.S. women's national team goalkeeper in soccer when you're expected to win a World Cup. Oh, I get so sick of this crap. Anyway, you had a tough job, all the crazy circumstances that we went through this year. And when your back was against the wall, you always believed. I came to Chicago because of you. You were an unsung hero in my life. You came to Chicago because they drafted you. We built a relationship in a short amount of time that will last forever. I'll never question God why, these athletes with their phony God nonsense. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I've just seen it too many times. I mean, a great example to me is Deion Sanders, but that's another topic. Why he brings people in my life and takes them away from me in the capacity that I need them. But I've always believed everyone is in your life for a reason and a season. You were the best reason in season. You didn't deserve this, but I can't thank you enough. I love you, Teaspoon. Well, yeah, Angel Reese. Her entire existence as coach of the Sky was to make you look good, was to focus on you, was to get you points and rebounds, no matter what it did to the entire team, no matter what it did to their season. Of course, you're upset. You might have a coach that comes in that wants the Chicago Sky to win games and focus on what they need to do to win games. And that might mean you playing 10, 15, 20 minutes a game and just grabbing rebounds and being no focus at all on the offense, because you shouldn't be focused on the offense. And that's not a knock. That's not what you do well. I mean, look, it's part of the reason Melissa Smith. Now, to be fair, and for those who don't know and try and blame it on the Caitlin Clark stuff, Melissa Smith wanted out before this season even began. She had always had an issue with Christie sides. That was the driving force of that. But that being said, Melissa Smith and her style of play and what she wanted in terms of being part of the offense wasn't going to work in Indiana. She just couldn't be when you had Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark and the style in which they played, and you had Aaliyah Boston, and you had someone who Lexi Hull came along and their ability to shoot the three, and even Tammy Fagbenley. Melissa Smith was never going to be the focus. She was never going to be the 15, 16 shot a game player for that team. And that is what Angel Reese has been because of Teresa Weatherspoon. And it's not what Angel Reese should be. It's just simply not who she is. But it's going to get interesting because, as you always know, when team fires a coach, they expect that they're going to get a coach that is going to be an upgrade. Absolutely, right? Now, I would think it wouldn't be that difficult in Chicago, except who would ever want to go there with that organization? It is a hot mess. Sylvia Fowles wanted out. Kalia Copper wanted out. Candace Parker, gone. Elena Del Don, gone. Courtney Vandersloot, gone. Allie Quigley, gone. Emma Messerman, gone. Marina Mabrey, gone, wanted out. Dan Evans wants out. I would guess that Isabella Harrison probably wouldn't have minded getting out either. Maybe now she'll see, hey, let's see what happens. But she probably would have been thrilled to have gotten out. I mean, you had Marina, Mabrey got traded, and then if you all saw the first game, they ignored her, and then Kennedy Carter assaulted her. Dana Evans and Isabel Harrison, right? They're crying in a press conference after the last game talking about their hateful fan base, the Chicago Sky hateful fan base, not the Indiana Fever. I believe their social media manager got fired. Of course, they fired the coach. It is a hot mess of a dumpster fire of an organization. You had the Kennedy Carter incident on Caitlin Clark, the Angel Reese incident on Caitlin Clark. You had Kennedy Carter and Marina Mabrey. You had Teresa Weatherspoon laughing about it when Kennedy Carter hit Clark. You had the coach clapping. You had Angel Reese jumping up and cheering enthusiastically. But man, if I took this job, it would be the understanding that it is absolute total control, and I'm getting rid of Angel Reese. And that's not because I dislike Angel Reese, but because I think she's a problem on a team that you don't want. And I got to say, if I wasn't getting rid of Angel Reese, then I would get rid of Kennedy. She's a baller, but she seems to be a problem too. Now, I think Kennedy is more interested in winning than Angel Reese is. So I kind of like that. Obviously, she's a much better basketball player. But I just don't think I could have them both on the team. I mean, I thought someone suggested on Twitter that maybe, maybe they could get Cheryl Swoops. I mean, she'd fit in perfectly in Chicago. It'd be the same repeated mess. She loves Angel Reese the way Weatherspoon does, so we know where the focus would be. She absolutely has a track record of being abusive to players. So, I mean, she would fit in perfect with Chicago. You could get, oh no, I just blanked. I want to say Miller. Oh no. But you could get the Sparks coach who was done dirty. I mean, that team tanked on purpose and then they got rid of the coach. Maybe the Fever ought to hire him. But here's the thing. The Fever need to get rid of sides right now on that note. Because teams that are making their moves, they do it now. They give you get first of all, you get the best pick of potential replacements. And then you also have the most amount of, the longest bit of off season to get everything done and get things in place. The longer they wait, the less time they have to be ready for the beginning of the next season. And the fewer good candidates are going to be around because the Sparks are going to go hire somebody, the Chicago Sky are going to go hire somebody, and that's going to leave fewer options for the Fever. And I'm telling you right now, it is a huge mistake for them to keep Christie size. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the whole Teresa Weatherspoon thing. I didn't look at Well, this is the ESPN site. This isn't just someone posted, so it's probably all wonderful stuff. Oh, she went there because of Weatherspoon. She got drafted by them. Is she saying she would have chosen not to play there? That's interesting. Lots of LOL. I came to Chicago because of you. Typical falsehood. But hey, Teaspoon did leave because of you. Okay, so maybe they weren't going to be as supportive as I thought. You came to Chicago because they drafted you, not because of her. Make some layups and she's still your coach. All those missed layups could have saved coach. You didn't choose where you went, you got drafted. Victim again, has to make it about her. That really was a very narcissistic post. I wasn't going to point that out because I didn't want to make it about going after Angel Reese. But yet she wanted Swoops as her coach. She constantly contradicts herself. Wow. So, okay, not as supportive to Angel Reese as I thought it would be. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Are you surprised? Like, did you think that was such the situation that there's no way she was getting fired? Do you think Christie Sides will get fired now as well? Who replaces them? Do you think this changes things for Angel Reese next season? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I will talk to you later.